The sequel builds upon the intense, revenge-driven narrative of the original, while expanding its emotional and thematic scope. Where the first film focused heavily on the rise of its central protagonist and the roots of his conflict, the sequel dives deeper into the consequences of vengeance and the psychological toll it takes. The film's pacing is tighter and more focused than its predecessor. The action sequences are larger in scale and more brutal, but they rarely feel like empty spectacle. Each confrontation carries emotional weight because the characters involved have personal stakes in the conflict. This helps the film maintain tension throughout. Visually, the sequel is darker and more stylized. The cinematography emphasizes shadows, night settings, and stark contrasts, reflecting the moral ambiguity of the story. The director clearly aims to create a more mature tone. The turning point of the film comes with the sequence where Juscaret confronts the people responsible for killing his family. The scene is staged with remarkable tension. Rather than rushing into action, the film allows the moment to breathe. The silence, the slow build-up, and Juscaret's controlled rage create a haunting atmosphere. What makes this sequence particularly striking is Juscaret's demeanor. He isn't portrayed as a triumphant hero, enjoying revenge. Instead, his expressions remain cold and almost hollow. Each kill feels calculated and heavy, as if he is carrying the weight of every memory of his family with him. The character of Hamza is one of the most striking elements. Rather than being written as a straightforward character, Hamza is portrayed as a complex personality whose traits shape the emotional and psychological tension of the film. One of Hamza's defining traits is his calculated composure. Even in moments of confrontation, he rarely raises his voice or loses control. His calm demeanor contrasts sharply with the chaos unfolding around him, making him feel unpredictable and dangerous. When other characters react impulsively, Hamza pauses, observes, and then responds with deliberate precision. Another notable characteristic is his strategic intelligence. Hamza is not simply a brute force antagonist. He is a planner. Throughout the film, he carefully studies people's weaknesses and manipulates situations to his advantage. Instead of confronting enemies directly, he often sets traps, psychological or tactical, that force others into making mistakes. At the same time, the film gives Hamza a subtle layer of personal conviction. His motivations don't feel random. Whether it's loyalty to his past, a personal code of honor, or a sense of justice, this conviction makes him more compelling than a typical revenge film adversary. However, the film isn't without flaws. At times, the narrative becomes overly dramatic, and some supporting characters are underdeveloped. A few plot turns also rely on convenience rather than strong storytelling. Despite these issues, the sequel succeeds in expanding the world. It delivers intense action, deeper character exploration, and a more layered narrative. Rather than simply repeating the first film, it pushes the story forward and leaves the audience wanting for more. We will rate it 9 out of 10. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more content like this.